Breaking news. Tensions between the United States and Iran are reaching unprecedented levels. Reports are emerging that U.S. military officials are reviewing options, and Iran has issued stern warnings of retaliation. But what does this mean for the world? Could we be on the brink of a conflict that shakes the Middle East? In the next 12 minutes, we'll take you inside the latest developments, protests, military moves, and expert analysis. Everything you need to know. Explained clearly. To understand the current situation, we need to rewind a bit. The US and Iran have had decades of tense relations, fueled by history, nuclear ambitions, and regional conflicts. From the 1979 Iranian Revolution to the US withdrawal from the 2015 nuclear deal, both nations have been on edge. Sanctions, military skirmishes, and political rhetoric have all contributed to a volatile environment. In 2025, indirect nuclear talks were held in Oman to reduce tensions. But despite months of discussions, no concrete agreements were reached, leaving both sides wary and suspicious. Now in January 2026, rising domestic unrest in Iran is adding a new layer of danger. Massive protests, fueled by economic hardships, have put the Iranian government on high alert, and that's exactly when US military planners reportedly started reviewing options. Across Iran, protests have escalated dramatically. Hundreds of people have been killed, thousands detained, and the streets are filled with both fear and defiance. The Iranian government has cut off parts of the internet, trying to control information, while security forces crack down on demonstrators. These protests aren't just a local issue. Analysts warn that internal unrest in Iran could push the government into a more aggressive stance against the US, as a show of strength to both domestic and international audiences. So how is the United States responding? Reports suggest that President Trump and U.S. military officials are reviewing potential strike options, including airstrikes on strategic Iranian sites. It's important to note, no strike has been officially ordered. Right now, these are contingency plans, not an active operation. Still, the very discussion of military options has put the region on edge, with Israel reportedly moving to high alert, worried about the ripple effects of any escalation. Iran has responded strongly to any potential U.S. military action. Officials have warned that any attack would trigger immediate retaliation, targeting U.S. bases in the Middle East and Israeli military installations. Statements from Iran's parliament and military leadership have been clear. We will defend our sovereignty and strike back if provoked. This makes the current situation extremely tense. Both sides are sending signals, the U.S. reviewing options, Iran issuing warnings, creating a dangerous standoff. The stakes extend far beyond Iran and the US. Global markets are jittery, oil prices are fluctuating, and neighboring countries like Pakistan, Iraq, and Gulf states are closely watching every development. Even small actions in this volatile environment could spark a wider regional conflict. Analysts warn that escalation could involve proxy forces across the Middle East, affecting global stability and security. Experts are divided. Some warn that Iran's domestic unrest could push the government into a more defensive and aggressive stance. Others say that the U.S. is unlikely to launch a strike without extensive planning and international support. One key takeaway: the situation is fluid, and rapid developments can happen. Military planners on both sides are monitoring every move carefully, meaning that the world is watching and waiting for the next signal. So, what could happen next? Analysts outline three main scenarios. First, de-escalation, where diplomatic channels re-engage, tensions cool, and Iran focuses on domestic issues. Second, limited military action, where the U.S. conducts targeted airstrikes, Iran retaliates in kind, but full-scale war is avoided. Third, major escalation, where miscalculation leads to a broader conflict, involving multiple regional powers. While the third scenario is unlikely, the first two are very plausible, which is why every development over the coming days will be crucial. Right now, the world watches, waiting to see whether diplomacy, warnings, or action will shape the next chapter in U.S.-Iran relations. Stay informed, because these developments could impact not just the Middle East, but the global stage. If you want to stay updated with breaking news, analysis, and expert insights, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll keep you posted on every major update.